It's getting everything tweeted. Buddy, buddy. All right. Everything is tweeted and the like. We're up and running. Hello, Internet. Back. Doing the rare Monday stream. Because things got shuffled about. Tonight. There's a Vampire Survivors before we try out Kanga. And hope it's not a disaster. Yeah, they'll chip away at stuff I haven't gotten. 665 max health with Bat Robot. Bat, Robert. Bat. That's bats. Bat Robert. Where is the Bat Robert? Oh. Oh, whoop. Yeah. Messed up. Okay, so Cross, Book, Garlic. Garlic's probably our best option. Water, lightning. Okay. Garlic, right off the bat. Fantastic. Air? I don't know what Legion Air is. Oh, the sword. Didn't even think about that. That doesn't involve anything. I go back to that. Hollow Heart. Okay. We need Hollow Heart. Okay. Wait up, Spidey. Bible. None of that. None of that. None of that again. Still none of that. I had to get Hollow Heart. Whip is... We'll go with that. That's an idea. I can't wait because it's now officially announced that there is a state of play tomorrow. I can't wait for it to be a shit show. Like, if that thing is not a shit show, I'll be shocked. Because Sony, you have a new console that you're trying to sell, like, before the end of the year, I believe. Because yeah, it comes out before the end of the year. Like, you got to give people a reason to buy that PlayStation 4 5 Pro. I almost said 4 Pro, and I'm like, no, that already exists. Like, come on. Right, but now it's official. Like, it's officially happening instead of, you know, being this thing that we're all agreeing is like, yeah, it's going to happen Tuesday, right? We're just kind of waiting on Sony to, like, officially say it. Like, now Sony has officially said it's happening. There is also a Sonic Direct tomorrow. I'll be perfectly honest, I'd rather go watch the Sonic Direct than watch the PlayStation State of Play. I'm just putting it out there. I'd rather go watch that Sonic Direct, and there ain't gonna be dick all at that Sonic Direct. But you know what? I'd rather go watch that than to watch State of Play. That it's 30. Okay, I think we're back. We should be back now. I don't know what it is. My internet was being just in and out all night last night, even after we were done streaming. I don't know what it is. And now it's like, it feels like I'm being throttled a bit by Spectrum. It's kind of what it feels like, because I've had this happen before, and it feels like they're throttling me. I don't know why. They are. Yeah, it feels like more of an end-of-month thing for me at times. But as I was wanting to say, the thing I was wanting to talk about, I had a moment on Twitter today where I had to look at a reply to someone's reply, and I'm like, do you not know this? Because the news about Platinum buying Wonderful 101 in general off of Nintendo kind of made the rounds to some of the Toku people I follow, and one of them, someone replied to one of the people I follow like, Wonderful 101 2? A remaster of Wonderful 101? And I just had to look at that and go, Sir, do you not know? Do you not know that they did that already? Do you not know they did that 4 years ago? And that it's available on all platforms, including PC? Sir? I don't think they would remaster the remaster because there's no work that needs to be done. From everything I understand about the Switch 2, there would be no need for a remaster because all they're doing is just giving you more power for the Switch. That's it. You would just need the game to take advantage of that power. And that's just an update. Oh, look, another like item to upgrade a weapon, finally. I think I just have to stand around and wait on this level. But yeah, I just had to look at that, and then the original person I was following just did a tweet later, was like, "Oh, what does this mean for Beautiful Joe? Like who owns Beautiful Joe?" I forget the rest of the tweet. Like, does this give us hope for Project GG? And I'm like, that's a. I think in general, probably not, but also that's Capcom. Because, like, as I said in the tweet, everything Clover made is owned by Capcom because Clover was an internal studio of Capcom's. I forget what its original name was, but it eventually was renamed to Clover Studios. It was just Capcom Development Studio 3 or something along those lines. It was just one of their internal studios. Clover was never independent. It was always just an internal studio of Capcom. So everything they made is owned by Capcom. So that's Beautiful Joe, Okami, and God Hand. All that's Capcom. So if you want anything with the three of those, that's Capcom. In fact, for those that may not remember, we got a sequel to Okami. It was on the DS, I think? Was it the DS or 3DS? I do not remember, but it was called Okami Den. Like, we have a sequel to Okami. No one cared for it, which is fair because I don't think Okami Den was that good of a game, but it exists. It was just not made by Clover. And I'm pretty sure some Beautiful Joe games got made by non-Clover people. I just don't remember what they were. But like both Ami and Joe were in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, which I believe was long after Clover got shut down. So yeah, if you have hope for like the three of those, for any of those, you gotta take it up with Capcom. And as Marvel vs. Capcom people will tell you, or like anyone else, I guess Darkstalkers is the better comparison. If you're a Darkstalker fan, you know what it's like to be like, "Hey, Capcom, do you want to you want to make more of this? You want to do things cool with things?" And Capcom's like, maybe eventually, possibly, not really. But for like Project GG, like a key thing you have to remember again is that Hideki Kamiya is not at Platinum anymore. Will not have been at Platinum for almost a year now in a couple months. He was lead on Project GG. He was lead on Beautiful Joe. He was lead on Wonderful 101. It's kind of his thing. If he's not there, there's probably not a big push for it. Like, it's not quite a fair one-to-one comparison, but Harada, the main guy for Tekken. He has a very long Twitter post thread, whatever, talking about the difference between Tekken and Soul Calibur right now. In terms of Tekken is getting support, it's getting all these games, it's going places, whereas Soul Calibur is going nowhere. It is basically dead. And Harada talks about how, yeah, over here on the Tekken team, you've got me, you've got other people that, like, have the pull and the pull necessary to, like, get Tekken out the door. To get Tekken, like, pushed. The Project Soul team doesn't have that right now. They don't have the pull we have, unfortunately. And because of that, nothing's happening with Soul Calibur. It especially doesn't help that the last two Soul Caliburs have done poorly. As far as I know. Like, not just the last one, the last two have done poorly. Which is not good. There's a lot more to it. Maximilian Dude has a video on the Twitter post and stuff talking about it. He'll do a better job of summarizing it and the like than I can, so I encourage you to go watch his video on it. It's from a few months ago. But, again, not the same company. But, when you don't have lead people high up, I don't think it's necessarily convoluted, it's niche. Is the thing. Like, a general audience is only going to care about, like, the main fighting games. And in fact, I think what the best-selling fighting game technically is Mortal Kombat. Unless we get Smash in this conversation, then I think technically Smash is, but it's one of those two. It's not Street Fighter. Believe it or not, it's not Street Fighter. But, like, that's what people care about. So, like, they're not going to particularly care for, well, I don't know, like, Soul Calibur. Yeah, that's what makes fighting games difficult. It also doesn't help that fighting games in general are hard to get into just because of that perceived barrier of entry of just like, oh, all the Gokus and Vegetas and whoever else is like multiplied on that roster. Because then the number doesn't sound cool. Then the roster number, the number of fighters doesn't sound as cool. Like, think about it this way. Think about if you took the Sparking Zero roster and you took all the different forms for all the different characters and stuff, and you just compressed that down into one person. Think about the number on the back of the box then. It shrinks dramatically. Because it's like, oh, 22 Gokus. It's now like 2 Gokus. You have regular Goku, and then you have baby Goku. Vegeta's, it's 1 Vegeta, basically. Trunks, it's like 1 Trunks. And that, like, it puts the number down, because it's like, oh, like, think about the like, even if it's not a number, like, the entire marketing for Sparking Zero has been that image of the roster, how big and just wide and big, and look at all of our characters, even though a lot of the characters are, you know, the same character with a slightly different moveset, but shh, don't give away the secret of how we managed to cram in, like, all these 182 people. Shh, don't give away the secret. It's like, is it like 1 Krillin? I think it's like 1 Krillin. Maybe 2 Krillins. I'm willing to bet it's like 1 to 2 Krillins. Oh, it's 1 Krillin. Okay. I was like, maybe they snuck a second Krillin in there somehow. But yeah, that's what they're selling the game on, is this huge, wide, expansive roster. And to visually show that, we have to show you all the Gokus at once. It's dumb, yes. But it's a part of the marketing they've had for this game since the beginning. I need to check something. Look at there. Hey, Warner. But yeah, it's what they've been selling in the game. Hell, that's what they... That's kind of how they sold Dragon Ball FighterZ, because, like, look at how many Gokus are in that game. As opposed to a ratio to the rest of the roster. Okay, which one of those is the not near game? And if so, what the fuck is the other one? I might have saw that in the Discord earlier, and I just didn't. I just glossed over it. It was just like, ah, that's the thing, I guess. Oh god, it's that kind of situation again. Oh god, this is the Persona situation all over again. Yeah, it's like, for reference, some music label, one of their artists put out a album called Persona. They proceeded to copyright strike any and all people that had Persona videos, i.e. the video game series Persona. You know, the thing that has nothing to do with the music album. Yeah, 30 minutes for 20 games, PS5 and PSVR 2. No mention of third party, no other specifications of what the state of play is about, i.e. Yeah, no mention of the Pro. Granted, the state of plays, weirdly, they're supposed to be like the smaller ones, and I'm like, well, that's the one they keep doing the most of, so I feel like it's not necessarily the smaller ones, but the important one. But again, like, what the fuck are they gonna show? What will they show that will make anyone care? Because if you utter the words, Days Gone Remastered to me, I will laugh at you and call you an idiot. I mean, I guess Silent Hill 2, but that's been, like, shown off a bunch by now. Like, we know what that game looks like fairly well, so, like, there's nothing new to show off for Silent Hill 2, the remake. So I don't think that's necessarily something that's gonna, like, get people excited to play your PlayStation 5. Just saying. That's the thought, yes, but, like, you gotta show people why they need to play this on PlayStation 5 Pro. What is the difference? Like, you know, there's screenshots out there, and I believe it might be footage of, like, Rebirth? Wow, there's a Arcana box. Yeah, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. There's footage, or like, there's at least screenshots of 7 Rebirth on PS5 Pro. I believe Digital Foundry is the source of those. And it's like, this looks better. But that wasn't in your, like, reveal for the 5 Pro. And also, it only looks so much better in terms of the graphical capabilities. Like, is it running at 60? Does it run better? Does it feel better? Like, Oh, there's the box. Oh, thank God. Stop having to run around everywhere for stuff. It's 644, right? I need 665. Oh dear. I need like one more health. No. Actually, I need a lot more health. Like, I don't have high hopes for these. Granted, I don't usually have high hopes for state of plays because I don't think there's been a state of play that's been that interesting to start with. I don't think Sony has ever quite figured out the formula of, okay, here's the balance of, like, new and interesting things along with, like, expected stuff that makes people go, oh, wow, this show was cool. I came away, being interested in a lot of stuff. I don't think they've ever found the balance of that. It's always been like, well, here's one thing that people care about, and like, here's a bunch of other stuff. Like, the last state, like, as a reminder, the last state of play was the one that showed off Concord for the first time. Let that sink in. Let that sink in for a second. The last state of play was the one that fully showed off Concord for the first time. Just let that fact sink in for a hot second. If that doesn't make you go, oh no, I don't know what will. Easy 5. I need 10 more health. Damn. Yeah, that was our last state of play. That should say more than anything what expectations you might want to come into for this state of play. Because I was just listening to someone talking about, it's like, oh, maybe fair games, and I'm like, that is, I think, the last thing anyone wants to see right now. Is their extraction, loot, payday, whatever game. Oh, I got Clover. Hooray. I don't necessarily need Clover.